What is Ethereum 2.0? Ethereum 2.0 is the upgraded version of Ethereum, which solves some of Ethereum's current biggest problems. Right now, Ethereum is really slow and it's really expensive. And these problems are going to be solved by transitioning Ethereum from an authorization method called proof of work to proof of stake. Currently, Ethereum transactions are authorized by special computers solving advanced math problems, all racing each other to solve the problem first. These computers are called nodes. The first node that solves the problem first is rewarded in Ether, the native currency to the Ethereum blockchain. These nodes are not only solving math problems, they're keeping the decentralized Ethereum network secure by authorizing every transaction. This takes significant effort in the forms of both money and energy to pay for expensive hardware and lots of electricity, because the more expensive and powerful the computer or node, the more likely it is to solve the math problem first, therefore being awarded in Ether and therefore making the node's owner money. Bitcoin uses this exact same method for authorizing transactions. But what's the problem with this? Well, first, the obvious is that it uses lots of electricity. In order for Ethereum transactions to remain trustless and peer-to-peer, these nodes need to suck up lots of power. These nodes also need to provide proof that they're using computational power. That's why it's called proof of work, because they have to prove their work to keep the network safe and not allowing anybody to spend their funds twice. This is how Ethereum achieves consensus and security. And it gets a lot more technical than this, obviously, so I'm gonna have to save that for another video. Therefore, with all that security, it would take someone a lot of resources for them to hack the Ethereum network. The next thing is that Ethereum, like Bitcoin, is super slow. It can take a couple minutes to hours to send a transaction. Imagine trying to Cash App or Venmo somebody money and it wasn't instant. You would probably never use those apps again. That's the trade-off of decentralization. The transaction time is always depending on the congestion of the network. So how do we fix this? Ethereum 2 will be on this authorization method called proof of stake. In proof of stake, the network will choose the node holding or staking the most coins to run the majority of the transaction. The theory is that if somebody is staking a lot of Ethereum, they are less likely to game or hack the system because they would lose all of their funds too, because you're putting your cryptocurrency at stake for the good of the network. Proof of stake is way faster and way cheaper, and that is why Ethereum is transitioning. However, proof of stake isn't foolproof though. If someone has 51% of the total supply of a coin, they basically control the network. Luckily, Ethereum is big enough by now where no one has 51% of the supply, so that's most likely not going to happen. And now you know the difference between Ethereum and Ethereum 2.0. Go ahead and tell your friends.